Okay, crunch some numbers with a Sharpie and a paper towel. So my skylight goes 6 inches above the actual roof of the bus, and then we've got about 2 inches thickness to get down to here. And I want to be a foot above the 6 inches, so that's 18 inches out of the top of the bus, plus 2 inches of ceiling height or thickness, so that's 20. And then the 4 or 5 inch pipe is supposed to come down 2 inches, so that's 22. So I'll cut 2 inches off that 24 inch thick pipe, and then I'll have 26 more inches I can come down with just the regular 2 inch. And so I'm going to come down 24 inches just to give myself 2 inches of wiggle room, because you never know. So the top of my stove is going to sit right here, so I've got to take this piece of wood off as well.
Looks like a good shot.
All right, here it is. You know when you have like a small problem and then your solution is just way overkill? That's what this is. So we built the bus with 16-inch studs on center, and this mounting bracket is only 7 inches, so this is the solution. If you are in the middle of your Skoolie build or van or cabin or whatever, and you're planning to do a whatever this is, a mini stove, plan out your holes in advance, and then you won't have to do this. You can just have a bunch of studs back behind the wall that you already did because you're prepared. But now I'm going to mount this and get the stove hung, and I think that'll be the end of my day. I budgeted 1 day for this, so I'm gonna have to sneak the rest in after working. So yeah, let's do it. All right, using big 2.5 inch screws to mount this into the wall, and then I'll mount my metal piece on it, and then the stove on that. I don't know if anyone's told you yet, but on a Skoolie build, you don't use a level because the bus is not level. So I'm going to measure off the floor on both sides and make sure they're the same height off the floor. Alright, now it's hung, and I'm going to fill the holes with some wood filler, let it dry, sand it down, and then mount my metal thing. Mount the stove. So you've got these big screws, and then you've got these spacers that go behind the metal so you don't suck the metal in and crush it. They're square bits, so you need to have a square bit with you, And I think that's it. I'll let you know how it goes. I also pre-drilled because I'm a professional. Make sure you mount with your hooky side up because that's where the stove hooks into these guys. My drill's too far away to reach. Round 2. Alright, first one's in. I sunk it just enough to hold it, and now I'm going to get the rest of them situated. Okay, I only pre-drilled the first 2, the top ones, because I figure if those are level, these will be level. So, just got to get these next 2 screws in. Reaching behind this thing is really something. I saw one guy, he taped these onto the back, like painter's tape. Seemed like a good idea, but then I couldn't think of how you would get it off. So, doing this instead. You know, should have pre-drilled these too, because they might go in at a crazy angle. I don't know. Oh. Whew. All right, last one. Oh, my battery died. Okay, you should definitely pre-drill all 4 holes. Mark them and pre-drill them, because when you start screwing it in, you get kind of some sway to it. But I think I got it pretty much level. Ted's weed whacking over there. And now I just need to get the cubic mini on here. Very exciting. Take these 2 bolts off the back side of the mini before you get started. Alright, that's on. Now just these 2 screws go back on the side. 5/16 works. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is mount these side dealios, heat deflectors, I guess. Sends the heat into the room and away from the wall. It says just to screw them into the side. And then you're supposed to screw in the feet too, but it says to use acorn nuts. And I don't see any acorns around, so I'll have to find those. Also, I'm sweating because I can't crawl on the bed to turn the AC on. I'm dirty. Ted's still weed whacking. Also, is this like the most satisfying thing in the world? It's like peeling a really good sunburn. I guess this is just to keep it from scratching. Nice and shiny. All right. Okay, so mounting the feet. said earlier that it takes acorn washers, but I don't know where I got that from. So I'm gonna go up the bottom with a screw and then a nut in the top. Alright, the last stage is this thing, the Flue Pipe backing. Has arrows on it that tell you how it's supposed to go, and they screw into each other on the side. I think you can pre-drill, make your own holes because they can go whatever height you need them. And then same thing with these, you've got the little backing pieces to keep you from crushing this thing down. And if you guys like peeling stuff, you're gonna really like this. It's very, very satisfying. So these, you have little screws that go on the side here, and then you just tighten it up to whatever height you want this. But I'm not going to install this yet because I want more room to cut the hole in the ceiling, and so I'll just install this after that. So I think that's it for today. The prep, the tools, the supplies turned into a longer day than I was expecting, so I'm going to finish this up in part 2 of this video. Thanks for watching. If you want more Skoolie stuff, hit subscribe or like or whatever. It's like a virtual high five. It tells me that you enjoyed what I did, and it feels nice. All right. I just dropped the screw. Peace.